When I sat and pondered, what is it about Final Fantasy that has truly inspired me? The answer landed as swiftly as a well-timed Dragoon jump, and that is the characters. The trials, tribulations, and lessons you can get from them that don't often come stronger than they do in the FF series, and I thought, what if there was a video series that could really highlight that? Distill those messages down into something more direct and thought-provoking. So, welcome ladies and gentle peasants to a new type of content that I'm pretty hyped to bring to this channel. If you like it, feel free to subscribe and notificate up with the bell button to catch the next one when it comes out, because I plan to continue these, which you guys will be able to suggest the next one. So stay to the end of the video to find out how to do that, as well as how to win this oh so hilariously dank Steiner plushie. Oh, I had to do it because that is who is going to be the focus for today's video. So let's jump right in. Steiner. Adalbert Steiner. A pretty lolsy archaic Germanic name for noble and bright. Two words that when I first laid my eyes on old Rusty, I would not have used. On face value, Steiner opens the wonderful entry of Final Fantasy IX, seeming more clunky and foolish than noble and bright, and I was unable to imagine this character's role rising above anything beyond base comic relief. But with his hard-fought and won battle with personal morality, a deep and at many times challenged view of what it means to have honour, and numerous instances of boldly standing tall in the face of adversity, Steiner taught us something deep, oh so very deep, that you don't need to be skilled, because like Rust, even you can get the occasional cheap shot in that miraculously turns out to be fatal. I'm kidding, of course, I'm kidding. There's a lot to be garnered from this character, and I feel it starts perfectly with his own personal associated quote straight from the game. Having sworn fealty, must I spend my life in servitude? And too often in life we take up relationships, commitments, definitions of who we are and who we want to be, that we feel indebted to uphold them, that if we turned our backs on them or revealed to them that they no longer brought us fulfillment, that we were betraying that thing we once held in the highest of regard, that we reached for. But that's the nature of betrayal. It never comes from your enemies, and it's worse when you're doing it to yourself. When you sooner cling to obligations of the past over following heart and intuition, the only two voices that truly know what you are to become, most of the time before you even know it yourself. So don't spend your life in servitude. He taught us that a slave cannot offer freedom, that it is so easy to see chains as safety ropes that hold in place the only semblance of what we think we have left of ourselves, because the unknown is scary, and who we are without those things that gave our life such purpose. And sometimes it seems easier to just find someone or something to pin the fort on. Now, or treat it just as a phase, a storm that will soon blow over. But how long do you try to wade out a storm until your fortitude breaks? Till you've said and done things you can't take back, and you barely recognise the person you are or how you got here? And that's why I find that Beatrix so beautifully offsets and emphasises the character of Steiner, because he had the courage she didn't, that we must all have to truly have that inner dialogue with ourselves and know when the path to our happiest and most authentic selves has changed, even if the current path we've walked so far, and we had so many great sights along the way, and the companions we walked with promised to go all the way with us, but now they cannot see the dead end ahead that you can. So what do? Try to stubbornly drag them kicking and screaming from the path that's about to end, or that only you can see the finality of, or do we just leave them? Because that's the nature of change, flowing with the chaos of life, instead of attempting to build a dam against it. And this is what I get when I reflect on Steiner, is that he showed us that actually if we have the courage and the honesty with ourselves to instead step onto a new road, then things that we so deeply care about, that we believed we were saying goodbye to, Or maybe often actually those things will come along with us, reshape themselves into the mould that we bravely refuse to compromise on. So whether that's your job, your family, a partner, a friend, or your goofy traits that you think no one could possibly find alluring, own it unashamedly. YouTube sure taught me that, and so did this clumsy, clanky dope of a knight who, let's be honest, on face value, you could never have expected getting the girl at the end. But the lesson from this guy was that influencing the world around you and attracting the things that are going to bring you real peace and joy into your life, that align with the principles and values you stand for, it always starts first with being genuine. It might not get you the results you want at first, but stick with it and the universe will see it. People will be inspired. They will see the light that you shine. You just have to keep it on. And it was actually Albert Einstein. See what I did there? Oh, Jesus. It was Albert Einstein who said, the only real valuable thing is intuition. So no matter what shape that takes form in, be like Steiner and treat it as your strongest gift. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope it went down a treat, or that the deeper message that I feel Steiner gives us reached out or resonated to some of you in some way or other. If not, well, I'm going to be looking forward to delving and dissecting deeper into some of the other iconic characters throughout the series, and I want you guys to help me pick which ones we go for. So that is Steiner, Final Fantasy IX, going up on the board as our very first, and to decide who goes next, all you got to do is go to the comment section below and comment who you'd like to see next and or why. Be sure to like a fellow Peasant suggestion if you happen to see it. And as for our glorious Steiner plushie, hit the link in the description and head on over to the Final Fantasy Peasants community Facebook, one of the largest FF fan groups on the platform, where you will see a post simply asking what's your favourite memory of the man Steiner himself, or Final Fantasy IX just generally as a whole. The winner will be RNG'd at the start of a future video, so be sure to stay notified and keep clanking on until the next video. Coop, oh! Or Quay, whichever takes your fancy.
Lost so far from home, tell me, are you friend or foe? Ever growing colder, I'm just an empty shell. Now all hope is gone, left in here to die alone. That is still the shadows where all is barren and bleak. Now the die is cast, caught within my distant past, plagued by these illusions of days I'll never see. So help me break these chains, now it's time to turn the page. Save me from the shadows, I put my trust in you. Come with me.